welcome to From Inside the Mind to the Original Champ. I am your original champ, and let's talk about Stardom Situm for Week 3. First, I have Jay Cutler for quarterbacks. Let's go 3 quarterbacks. Jay Cutler is my first quarterback. He's up against the Jets. Jets have given up 500 yards and 5 touchdowns to quarterbacks, and they got eaten up by Green Bay last week. And I'll tell you, Jay Cutler coming off, he's real hot with Brandon Marshall. They had a fantastic game. He should be able to eat these guys up. So, go Jay Cutler here. Also, Andrew Luck, he hasn't won a game yet, but, they're coming out against Jacksonville, and, they're another 600 yards against quarterbacks, 4 touchdowns there, 45 fantasy points. So, Andrew Luck he's got to eat these guys up. So, that's a no-brainer. The last quarterback you want to start is Russell Wilson and versus Denver. So, Denver's another one that's given up a lot of points to quarterbacks. No touchdowns last week, but, Kansas City hasn't really exactly been all that hot. However, they are giving up, it is 43 points for quarterbacks so far, and he's been pretty consistent against equally as tough defenses. So 21 points again in week 2. So I think if you're going to start Russell Wilson, I think you're going to do fine. You know what I do like? I do like my boy Bobby Rainey. I picked him up last year, and he got me all the way to the end of the season where I was a contender for the playoffs after my whole roster was shot with injuries. But I was able to grab him this year, just this week actually, and I'm going to start him for sure against Atlanta tonight. And Atlanta's been getting eaten up by the running game. 280 yards on the ground already, 5 touchdowns, ridiculous amount of points to running backs against Atlanta. And I think that's going to go really well. The kid's really talented. You also want to look at Stephen Ridley out of the closet last week. He's got a favorable matchup too. They're going against Oakland in New England, and Oakland hasn't stopped much of anything. So you can't go wrong with Stephen Ridley. My other guy here you want to look at is the backup in Indy against Jacksonville again. You want to go with not Trent Richardson. No, you want to go with Ahmad Bradshaw. Jacksonville has given up a ridiculous amount of points to running backs. 66 points already, 4 touchdowns on the ground. That's a no-brainer. And Bradshaw, before he's out and hurt, you might want to get him going this week. Wideouts. How about wideouts? Let's go with Brandon Marshall, who's really smoked it last week in the last quarter of that game. That was intense. Jets are gonna get that. That's just stupid. So if you have Brandon Marshall and you don't play him, you're out of your mind. What else do you got here? Mike Wallace. How about that? Who's that? Right? So you got Miami and let's see here. Who the hell are they even playing? I don't even know. But Mike Wallace has a good matchup this week, and he's also got 2 touchdowns. So I think you'll be all right there. And my last guy, rookie, Sammy Watkins, killed it last week with 17 points. And go right back with that. He should be fresh. He's a talented kid. You can't even argue that. And I think he's fresh over his rib injury. So give that a shot. It's a favorable matchup, and I think you'll do all right. So this week, fast ones versus tough. And my God, he's actually he doesn't have that bad of a team. He's going with Stafford. He's going with Alfred Morris, Marshawn Lynch, and he's even got Stephen Ridley in the flex spot. Defense is hot. Number 1, Texas. Justin Tucker, who's kicking the ball pretty well, and he's going with wideouts Andre Johnson and Eric Decker, which whatever they haven't done all that great. So hopefully I'll top them right there. I am going with Andrew Luck, Frank Gore, Bobby Rainey, Randall Cobb, Sammy Watkins. Hopefully I have Jordan Cameron. Hopefully he plays. I don't know if he's gonna, but I got T.Y. Hilton and I got the Broncos and I got Schweizum. And I got a couple of backups there in case I want to drop out Hilton. He hasn't exactly done anything, but I'll make that decision in a little bit. On my bench, I have Jamal Charles, I have Eddie Lacy, I'm not sold on those guys yet. They don't have great matchups this week, and I do think Justin Forsett I might have to put in there because they're going against Cleveland in Cleveland. However, you know they're 27th against the run, and Forsett has some good looks. He's not getting a lot of carries, but he's getting the work done. And let's go with WKMA. We're gonna do a little show on Tough Tough. Sitting in traffic when you're in a hurry. Now that's tough. Not fishing on your day off. 45-minute wait at the car dealer to get my oil changed, and then I gotta wait another 45 minutes for a sensor on my tire to be changed. Now that's tough. Trailblazing in the Rockies. That's tough. Listening to Eagles Sports Talk Radio. Now that's tough. Being locked out of your house. That's tough. Stopping by work on your goddamn day off. That thing. Waiting by the mailbox for your mailman. Friggin' dishes. Cleaning in the shed. Whatever the fuck that all is. All tough. The A-Team. Now they're tough. Alright, that is my show against Tough Tough. You know what isn't tough? This weekend, kicking your ass all day Sunday isn't tough. I got the whole world in my hands. All right, that's episode 114. Like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment. We'll see you next week.